Well, thank you for joining me. This small segment, I'd like to look at what's called percentage increase. Now, the word percentage increase, I can write it. Percentage increase. Now, that means some value has increased over time. Now, there is a formula for percentage increase. Whatever we want a percentage increase for, we take that value, we want a percentage increase. So the first word in our formula is increase. If it was percentage decrease, the first word in our formula would be decrease. If it was the percentage profit, the first word in our formula would be profit. Now, we always divide by the original amount, and that was the amount that it was before any change. The original amount. That's the formula. We times that to get a percentage. We simply times that by 100%. And I'm going to put a bracket around those three numbers. So I'm going to use this formula. Let's take a specific example. Let's say that in 1945, it was about, the population of Australia was about, let's say 7 million. So this is 1945. 7 million it was in 1945. And let's say it grew to, say, about 22 million. I'm just going to the nearest 22 million. I may be reading it wrong. In 2014. Well, let's just go to 2010 because chances are it's a bit less than, I don't know. Well, what is the increase from 7 million to 22 million? What is the increase? Well, if you were to get 22 million and subtract 7 million, you will get the increase is equal to 15 million. So that means the increase is 15 million. So our increase is the top number in the fraction. It increased by 15 million. What was the original amount? The original amount is this number here. The original amount was what it was before it changed. So we take the original amount, we take 15 million divided by 7 million, and to turn it into a percentage, we times it by 100%. Just don't multiply by the percent, just times it by 100 because the percent then stays in the answer. By the way, 100% is the number 1. All you're doing is multiplying it by 1. You're not multiplying it by 100 at all. Divided by 7 million. Now that's 2.14. Times it by 100%, and we get 214.3%. That's a 200% increase, means it more than doubled. All right, so more than doubled. It's bigger than 200%. That makes sense, doesn't it? Not so much more than doubled. The increase was more than doubled. The increase was more than double. So it increased by more than double 7. More than double 7 was 15, so it increased by 15, so it went up to 22. Okay, it's not what, so that's the percentage increase. It went from 7 million to 22 million, and if it increases by 100%, it'll go up to 14 million. If it increases by 200%, it'll go up to 21 million. Remember, increase by 200% does not mean double. Increase by 100% means double, so careful with that. Let's just do one more, just to wrap it up. Let's take, say, a number here in 1965 and a number here in 1985. We get some sort of number there, about 12 million. So 12 million in 1965. I was 2 years old. Up to, say, 17 million in 1985. I was teaching. It's my first year of teaching. So what was the increase? The increase you have to minus, all right? So it went up by 17 million minus 12 million mega. So that's 5 million. So it increased by 5 million in those years. So the increase, the percentage increase, or the increased percentage, sometimes we write it like that. We write increase percentage equals the increase over the original amount times 100%. So the increase was 5 million. The original amount was 12 million. Times that by 100%. 5 million divided by 12 million. And you get it increased by about 42%, 41.7%. So it increased by 42%, not quite half of that increase, so half of that again. So half of 12 is about 6, so it went up to about 17 million. All right, I hope this has helped. Until we talk again, stay happy.